This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and, David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. There are so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Quarterback checking off. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the air, it's Howard. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
On second down, wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw on 3rd. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. They're just about ready to kick it away. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Michigan 0.
They'll break the seal on this quarter here on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return.
Number 7.
Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
0.
Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the offense on first down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the left side. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Back out there. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. Got him downfield. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught, close to the marker, it's Smith. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Back to pass, it's Orji. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a...
Ball is free. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free. And this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready! Set! Roll!
Trying to punch it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Let's go.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff. Onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now the play fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
On the play. That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 21, Michigan 14.
The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Henderson. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
Back to throw, it's Howard. He makes the connection. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is the guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I...
Fires and picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Blue 22! Blue 22!
They'll go right back to him. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
After run, now throw. Got it behind the line. It's Klein. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Corner's going to give them room.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 21, Michigan 14.
We'll get this quarter going with a 2nd down play. On the ground, it's Edwards. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Dropping back, it's Orji. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
White 29! White 29!
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play.
Ready?
Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Double! Blue 85!
He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Klein. The Wolverines will have a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Wide open downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions. No doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Black 88. Set.
With the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Let's go.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5.
180. 180. Cheetah.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Here we go.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Set.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
All right.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal.
29.
Looking to pass. It's Orji. Trying to get to him. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That just could not have gone in.
Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. On the move from inside his own 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28.
First and 10.
bunch formation, trying to spring a guy free. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. On the move, it's Orji. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They want to just keep throwing it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
These corners going to give them some space. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
First down here for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A first down for the offense. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Floats it out in space. Still running at the 40. And they get him down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Wants to throw on second down. Fires left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's back to throw on second down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. On the run, it's Howard. Unloads it left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, as a quarterback, it's going to be tough throwing comeback routes against this guy. He does such a good job breaking on the ball, and he's able to swat it away.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give from the gun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
We'll start the quarter offense, about to snap it on second down. Trying to get the edge on the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Really nice. Being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
On fourth down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Dropping back, it's Howard. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking again to throw. He caught it! Into the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make it.
And he'll find the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going to let it go. Snags it down the right side. Afterburner's coming. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan! Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ball game.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Quarterback will audible. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. The sure hands, it's Henderson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Right on target with that last pass. Now it's second and medium. To the air, it's Howard. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They keep attacking through the air. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He'll come out throwing on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Trying play action. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Quarterback checking off. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2.
Here we go.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. He's into the end zone, and they'll put 2 more on the board just before halftime. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Using the quick game. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Escapes trouble. He'll pull it down. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 29, Michigan 15.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Quarterback checking the play. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down.
Acorn. Jackrabbit. Gorilla.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third down coming up after that completion. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the double.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down.
Gorilla. Pilot. Set. Hut.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Henderson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Hornet.
And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants it all. He snares it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Number 88 with the catch in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
This time he's got it. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense. The ball falls in.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Flip. Can.
And for some inexplicable reason, he takes a knee.
Okay, ready?
I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Much more manageable situation for this offense after the penalty at 2nd and 6. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Reload. Ready, go. Check.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Dino. Cobra.
Off the play fake. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. Past the 50. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6 if you're on up.
Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Looking to throw, it's Orji. It's complete to the right. He makes his way into the end zone for the 2, and now they trail by just 13. They've got it to a 2-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the third quarter. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 36, Michigan 23.
Back at it to open the quarter with this first down play.
Here we go.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see.
Go. Tuna.
Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he motivates. Touchdown Buckeyes! Here comes the two-point try.
42 Spider. Cut it. Timber.
Little over anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And they'll try to tack on 2.
Black 24. Acorn. Squirrel. Come on, set.
Back to throw, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. Working that left side now. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Michigan 23.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throws to the wideout. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Going up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On second down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Fighting off the defender. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. Powers through. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And the big fellas are on the field as they try to power it in for 2. Trying to barge in. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morgan. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week. Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Running to the left. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Looking to throw, it's Orji. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
3 yards on the play. It's 3rd down.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.